What's up, board game people? Today we have something a little different. I mentioned in my last news video that a Dead by Daylight board game had been announced by Level 99 Games, and being the numpty that I am, I had no idea it was going to hit Kickstarter so fast. So get those legs running because the killers are coming. Before we dive headfirst into this, please know that all opinions are my own. I don't work for any game companies, nor do I receive any money from them. I make videos about games because they interest me and in the interest of other gamers like me. So if we disagree on something, or if I get something wrong, let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it like adults. If you like seeing board game content and want to stay up to date with the latest crowdfunding campaigns and retail hits, please consider subscribing and leaving us a like. Now on to the main attraction. Dead by Daylight launched on Kickstarter today on a day when I thought I wasn't going to have a campaign to make a video about, and before I'd even heard it launched, it had already funded. At the time of filming, it's already broken $280,000, and it isn't really slowing down. It looks to be another runaway IP hit. Hopefully it has the chops to back it up. Now, I'm a huge fan of the video game. We used to stream our plays of this all the time, and it was a blast. In the video game, you run around attempting to repair generators while someone playing the killer stalks your every move, hoping to catch you and sacrifice you to the entity. As a survivor, you must repair enough generators to activate and open the gates, and then escape before being sacrificed or killed. Thankfully, if you've played the video game, then you have a pretty good idea how the board game will play. This game is played as a 1 vs. many with up to 5 players. As a survivor, you'll move around the trial grounds using movement cards, searching for generators and tools to help you survive. Once you find the generators, you perform dice rolls skill checks to begin powering them up. Once you've powered up enough generators, you can attempt to open the exit gates and escape to win. The killer spends their turns chasing down the survivors, using their abilities to catch them and drag them to a hook, where they are hung, and the killer gains sacrifice progress. When enough sacrifice progress is made, the entity takes the survivors and the game ends with the killer winning. Of course, there's more to it than that, but the game seems to be pretty quick to pick up and play, and really captures the spirit of the video game. Survivors and killers all have perks that can change how they play and grant bonuses. Survivors can use pallets to help block the path of the killer. The killer can break through some walls, revealing new paths and chasing down their victims easier. There are lots of ways to strategize and change the outcome of any situation you might find yourself in. Let's look at the pledge levels. For this Kickstarter, you'll find 2 pledge levels that you can choose from. Each one is for a slightly different version of the game. First up, at $49 is the standard edition of the game. This is the version of the game that might become available at retail, and it contains a pared back experience. For $99, you can pick up the collector's edition. Now, what do I mean by everything? Well, let's take a look what comes in the different boxes. In the standard edition box, you'll get 7 survivors and 6 killers. You'll get all the player boards to play them and 1 double-sided game board. This game board will give you the Macmillan Estates and the Autohaven Wreckers maps. You get a total of 89 cards, including 21 movement cards, 28 survivor perks, 24 killer perks, and 16 item cards. You get 44 prop tokens and more. You will get a set of 5 custom dice and 40 blood point tokens. In the Collector's Edition, you're getting pretty much twice as many components and characters. You'll receive 17 survivors and their minis, including Dwight, Meg, Claudette, Jake, Nay, Ace, Feng Min, Adam, David, Elodie, Felix, Jane, Yunjin, Katie, Yui, Jeff, and Zarina. You'll get 16 killers and their minis, including the Trapper, the Wraith, the Hillbilly, the Nurse, the Hag, the Doctor, the Huntress, the Clown, the Spirit, the Legion, the Plague, the Oni, the Deathslinger, the Blight, the Trickster, and the Twins. You'll also get a Victor mini. In the Collector's Edition, the hooks and generators have been upgraded to 3D props, so you're getting 5 hooks and 8 generator minis. This edition comes with 2 double-sided game boards, giving you the original 2 maps and the Crotus Print Asylum and Ormond. You get 133 cards, including 21 movement cards, plus 4 for the Blight, 44 survivor perks, 44 killer perks, 16 items. You also get 44 prop tokens and more. You receive the same set of 5 custom dice, and the blood point tokens come in both cardboard and a deluxe upgraded version, which I believe will be plastic. The campaign is granting daily unlocks, the first of which should unlock sometime very soon. You have to check back from time to time to see what these unlocks are and what they're adding to the game. There's a chart of shipping estimates, which are pretty par for course for today's shipping woes. Please note, though, that these are only shipping estimates, and shipping will be charged in a pledge manager that will be sent out after the close of the campaign. They're estimating delivery in October of 2022. That's this year. If they can have it in our hands by Halloween, it'll be a Halloween miracle. But stranger things have happened. They've stated the prototype is in the last stages of pre-production approval, and they already have a factory that they have a history of working with to produce the game, so this might just make it, but do be aware that delays happen more often than not on Kickstarter. So why am I backing or covering this game? I know it's a little out of my usual genre, but I love horror games, and like I said, I'm a huge fan of the video game. This seems to me like the perfect thing to throw on the table on game night after playing something else to kill the last hour or two before everyone heads out for the night. It looks like the perfect filler game. It should be easy to teach and learn. Looking over the rulebook, which is already in pretty good shape, it should be able to be learned while playing. The miniatures look alright for this one. They're all relatively flat and basic poses that should be easy to mass produce, and they really capture the characters that we all know and love from the game. The killers also look quite fun from what I can see. I'm hoping they reveal some more sculpts for the killers during the campaign. What really astounded me about the video game was the variety in the different characters and killers. Each have their own playstyle, and you can use perks to enhance that even further. Particularly, the killers feel totally different from each other, and you start to quickly pick favorites, but they're all a blast to play. In my news video, I said I wasn't a fan of the maps. The pictures I was basing that off of were quite dark, and now you can get a better idea of what the maps look like, and I think the theme is visible. The paths are clearly marked, which will be important for the movement cards, but I'd still have rather seen something other than solid lines to denote the path. Theming could have been applied there. I really hope the board game is able to elicit some of the squeaks, squeals, and screams I'm used to hearing when playing the video game with my friends. I'm excited to get this one on the table, turn down the lights low, and play something like the Resident Evil soundtrack in the background while we play. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. I hope the video has been a help to you. If you like coverage of crowdfunding campaigns and board games, please consider subscribing and leaving us a like. It helps us grow and reach larger audiences. Let me know in the comments what your favorite killer to play is. Thanks again for watching, and play something fun tonight.